So, welcome back, guys, to the Catching Up podcast. This is episode 5 with Bowie the Hero, and this is the skill teaching part of it. Hey. We're gonna be doing Final Fantasy Adventure for the Game Boy, and we're gonna be doing a little bit of a little skip, right?
A little skip, yeah, a little bit of a skip. So just to let you know, guys, this is the reason I think this is kind of like an interesting thing to learn is because it's one of the more technical aspects of the any percent run for Final Fantasy Adventure. There are 3 main skips. There's the snowfield skip, which Sand Knight has already done. I thought it would be better for the purpose of speed here for him to get to this point and get a blizzard, because the blizzard is the RNG that takes forever.
Yeah.
The skip here that happens, we have skipped from the 2nd dungeon to about over halfway through the game. The snowfield happens in the 2nd half after you defeat Dark Lord and then have to go searching for the Mana Sword. At this point, how this happens is we use the y-axis of the game and kind of cut down a marshland leaf by facing up along the y-axis on a square that we shouldn't be standing on, because there just happens to be a bit where there's like, whenever if Sound Like quickly does a screen transition, you'll see how that works. Now you can just see it transitioning. Now imagine on both of the sides of the screen transition there are leaves that you can't walk on unless you cut them down, that respawn when you go back onto them. Now with this happening, you step onto a tile that you can't hit
Exactly
by screen transitioning, and then you cut the leaves facing up and then move left and right again, and what that does is it zips you straight up the y-axis to the to the point 0, which is the very top, which is this screen here.
Exactly.
This is the topmost y-axis point on that line. Basically, it just sends you straight up. So then we're in the snowfield. There are 2 more skips. You've got the sword skip, the sword warp, and then the snowman warp, and that's what we're going to be going through here. Obviously, this section of the Catching Up podcast, Sand Knight just likes to show that these games can be run by anyone, and if Sand Knight can do it, then you can. Then you
If I can do it, anybody can do it. That's the point.
So first of all, we need to make our way to the cave. So if we start making our way east from here,
yep.
Avoid the enemies. Be careful; they're quite dangerous. South, obviously, you do have the sleep spell. Oh, you're going to die. Attack.
Yeah, I can't move.
Yeah, basically, when you cast sleep on them, you can't push them. So don't worry about that. Yeah. It's fine. This is why we saved. Yeah, cast sleep and then just move past the enemies if you can. Go above them here, yeah. Again, he's in the way.
Yeah.
What you can do is you can save reset, just to kind of respawn enemies if it's easier.
Oh yeah, well I could screen transition, but I think I'll beat him up. Yeah, that works.
Level up. So at this point, we can deal damage to the walruses. After the snowman or the snowfield warp, you would defeat all of the walruses as you make your way down. And hopefully, on the way to the cave, you get a
blizzard. Yeah.
Yeah. Be careful here. There we go.
I'll save a lot just to make sure that we're not losing content.
Go down just in case.
Yeah.
So the next 2 skips are going to be a little bit more intricate and a little bit more wacky. So yeah, east here, and then you'll be at the cave. And that's the cave we want to be in. At this point, I will ask you to equip the sword.
Let's do this. Equip the sword.
Yeah, there we go. Now, the way this works is we need to have a full will gauge. So on the bottom of the bar, you'll see the gauge increasing. Go inside the cave.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry. The gauge is increasing. Now, if we make our way north past this
jumping enemy, yeah.
So save in this screen for me.
Yep.
This is the screen that we do the sword warp. Save here because you can see there are enemies that are really hard. Make your way to the far left of the wall here,
yes.
And then just kind of get to the top, and then save again quickly before you die.
Before it's too late, I think.
No, save.
Okay, I can save still. All right.
And then reset.
All right, so
you can either reset by dying, or if you press start select A B together, it does a soft reset.
All right, makes sense.
Basically, doing that resets the
room.
enemies.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we're at the top. I'd say save at this top section. So get into the top section.
I'll wait for the will gauge before. No.
Well, just quickly move up here. So you're here.
Okay.
Enemies can come in here, but it's okay. Now, I'll explain this first of all, because it is quite tricky.
Yes.
We're gonna basically, what I'd say is quickly do this. So come out of here, Just go up quickly, and then go to the left.
Left.
Yep. And now face right. Now, when your will gauge is full and you attack, don't do it yet. You'll get different effects. If it's an axe, you throw the axe. The spear, you throw the spear. The sword has 2 different ones. If you press it normally, you'll spin the sword around you. You don't want to do that.
No.
If you move whilst pressing A, you stab. But when you do that with the full gauge, you fly across the screen. So move forward and stab for me. There we go. That's the flying sword.
Yes.
So we're going to do a flying sword on a very specific tile that will basically remove all of the collision detection. So let's go into the next screen, going down again for us. So, on the left and around you is ice tiles. Ice tiles don't slide you like in other games. They are more like conveyor belts.
Yes.
I'd move up before you die. So, where that eyeball is on the top left, we need to get onto that tile. Keep going back and forward until we get a good set of spawns.
Yes.
There needs to be nothing horizontally in your way. So if this eye gets out of the way, that's great. If he doesn't...
he doesn't. We'll reset. All right.
Okay, so what we're going to do is, in order to remove collision detection, we need to do a flying sword in between the movement patterns. So if you notice in this game, every time you press forward, you move half a tile.
Yes.
So when you're on the ice, when you're onto the lower of the two,
okay,
the lower of those 2 ice pieces.
So it was.
It's all right. There's a lot to take in because it's quite a busy room.
Yeah.
But the lower of those 2 tiles doesn't push you left; it pushes you down.
Okay. Yes.
So what we're going to do is we're going to move left into the lower of the 2 ice tiles, and then you'll shum down.
Yes.
And whilst you're moving down, you need to flying sword in between before it lands you into the next place.
But on the left side still, yes.
Yeah. So you're gonna go down to that ice tile, hold left, and then when you're being pushed down by the ice.
Yes. During that time.
Yeah. Flying sword into the wall and hold right.
All right. I'll just wait for my will gauge.
I know it sounds complicated.
Yeah.
It is complex, but when you understand what you're trying to do all in one, it'll make sense.
I think it makes sense, yes. I think I get it. Just give me a chance to try it out. So, like this.
Perfect. That's what you want to do, but you did it a bit late because you'll notice you hit the rocks.
Okay.
Which means that you are already into the next half tile.
So a little bit shorter, yeah.
Yeah. So basically, if you do it on pixels between the half tile, you'll walk through those rocks.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll try this out again.
No worries. Don't worry. This is how I practiced it and how I learned. That's good.
So like this.
There we go. Got it. Now press down.
Okay.
Press down. Now right. Right. And down. Sword warp.
Wow.
Done. Okay. So now don't go anywhere just yet. So that's what happened because you did the flying sword in between half tile movement. You remove collision detection.
Exactly. Wow.
And then you walk through the wall. The reason I ask you to press down quickly enough is if you are too high up, you're actually a half tile up and you're stuck in the wall.
Yeah. Okay.
Because
makes sense.
you were next to the wall, you could get out of it.
Yeah.
Now, if you go left again, you'll go back into the room.
Do I want to do that?
What I'd say is quickly go into the save menu and save on the other file. Save on the other file.
Yeah.
So then we can do that again. But for now, go right.
All right.
Then go up. Then go right. Then go up.
All right.
And then go right again. And be careful, because there's going to be enemies.
Yes.
So that is the complete... You want to make your way to the stairs, yeah. Go up there.
All right.
Okay, cool. Now, that is the complete sword warp. This is now a completely different dungeon. This is the undersea volcano.
Yeah.
So you do the snowfield, and you do the ice cave. Then you get the ice sword, and then you go to here, and you do the undersea volcano. So you skip to the next dungeon now. Now this is the final warp. This is the snowman warp. So move up just below the central door.
Okay,
up.
just there.
That's good. Save there for me. Actually, no. First, yeah, it's fine. Go to your items.
Yep.
And equip your blizzards.
All right.
So double click on the blizzards.
And then should I save again? Yeah.
Yeah, just because it's easier to do. And then reset the soft reset. Start select AB.
Just
together.
that.
Together in one go. Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
And now load that bottom file.
Yep.
Immediately press start, please. Okay. There are enemies in the
Yeah,
ring.
yeah, there's a few of them.
Okay, so the idea is we want to get one of the enemies onto the stairs.
Okay.
Okay, and we want to then use the blizzard to freeze them
Mm-hmm.
on the stairs. Either they can be off the stairs and you can push them onto the stairs,
Okay.
or if there's an enemy on the stairs, use the blizzard to freeze them. So
Yes.
there's quite a few enemies here. Good luck. But you can see that that guy making his way down now.
Yep.
There he is. Wait and go for him. Okay, cool.
All right.
Now push down and hold down. Hold down. Just hold down. Can you see yourself moving through the snowman?
Yes, I am.
Okay, now don't move anymore.
Okay.
Do a flying sword downwards.
All right.
And now hold down. And again, keep going. And now press right. Okay. Done. You just skipped. So you went from the snowfield, from the beginning of Ketch, like 15 minutes into the run.
Yes.
You skipped to the snowfield. You skipped to the undersea volcano, and you skipped to the final bit before the final boss.
Yes.
The final boss is up, left, down, left, up, and then you're at the final boss.
Wow.
So move up quickly
Yeah,
for
sure,
me.
sure.
The reason this game is completable is because of this bit here.
Yeah.
Normally you have the rusty sword, and when you speak to the girl or Fuji's mother, she gives you the Excalibur.
Yeah.
Now, if you go to your equipment menu,
Mm-hmm.
it's not the rusty sword. There it is. The game doesn't
Excalibur.
need the rusty sword to give it to you. The game still gives it to you.
Oh. It just
So you
removes the rusty sword from your inventory and
Yeah.
then replace it, but there's nothing to
Pretty much.
remove. It still works. Yeah.
Yeah. So it just removes nothing and gives you the sword. So
Yeah.
we are now strong enough. So that is all of the warps in the game.
Wow.
And from playing the beginning of the game, you've done Snowfield, you've got the Blizzard, Sword Warp, and Snowman Warp. Done.
You're a super good teacher. I've got that first try and second try.
So the thing with the Snowman Warp is it's not overly difficult to get. It's just knowing how it works.
Yeah.
So reload the second file
Sure.
quickly, and then
So-
we'll explain it. So then it makes, because I think understanding this one is important.
Yes.
The second file, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, that's fine. The one right by the Snowman Warp.
There we go.
So before you actually do it, run down the stairs quickly.
Oh, sure.
Just quickly run down the stairs. Oh, screen transition.
Mm-hmm.
Go back down the stairs again for us. There should be no enemies. Good. Okay, so what is happening is there are two types of screen transitions. The one where you get to the edge and it goes shoof and it shuffles over.
Yes.
Then you got these other ones that are what I call the where the screen does that.
Yes.
These are the active kind of like movement box of Sumo is his feet. Like from his shoulders down are his feet, and wherever they touch something that warps, you'll warp. So the reason that you can get halfway to the doors, the door is the door warp point is the lower half of the door. So when
Yes.
Sumo does that, you warp. What the snowman is doing is it's covering that warp point on the stairs. So you're going over the snowman to get over the warp point, and then by breaking the snowman, you walk behind the
actual teleport.
point where
Yes.
your foot would land to warp you. Now, because that obviously, if you actually go to the warp doesn't actually happen at the end of the screen. It happens a half tile up,
Yes.
which means that there's a screen transition down there. As you saw when you got behind it, it warps you to the end of the game.
Yeah.
Now let's do this. Now let's do the snowman warp quickly.
Sure. I need to get enemies back, so I need
So
to.
save reset. Just save reset.
Okay, save reset. Yeah, true.
Well, not save reset. Just reset set the game and load. If you reload,
Oops.
there we go.
There we go.
Continue. And 2. Okay, there we go. Blizzard.
It's just there.
Then push. Then push. So do the snowman warp. So you remember you got to make sure that you get halfway through the snowman. So you're
Okay, it's working now.
yeah. Basically, what happens is the girl has to be there.
Oh,
So you
okay.
see the girl there.
And
Okay,
then-
wait. Don't do anything because he's there.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
You were over the snowman and the enemy was there as well. You had to wait for the enemy to leave.
So I touched him, and I very died.
It's fine. It's okay. So yeah, the way that it works is the girl's sprite has to basically be over yours, and every pixel that she is, you go through.
Yeah.
You can see you're going through pixel by pixel. Okay, break the snowman and move through.
All right,
Break
I
it,
need
break
to.
Break it. There we go. And then move. Now don't go right. Don't go right.
Okay.
If you move half a tile right, that is where you'll then interact with the point.
Yes.
Now, normally in the game, casually, you'd come up from the bottom. And if you see, you can't actually get past the warp point to go left. The game blocks it off.
Okay.
So the way the game's map system works, it has like layers. It's got the world map layer, got the dungeon layer. Now, what is happening here is that the dungeons are always separated by...
Yes.
So it's on a separate layer. And so all the dungeons fit into the massive mesh of what the world map layer is.
Yeah.
So the undersea volcano and the end of the game are on the same layer.
Yeah.
But they're blocked off by warp point. But the snowman allows you to get beyond the warp point, so you can connect to the layer and then warp. So if you press up again...
Yes. Oh, it brings me back. And then if I walk up again, I get to the other aft tile teleport, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
that makes sense.
What's happening. If you remember, I think this is a good time to go back to do sword warp again. So if we load that first file.
Yes.
Good luck getting sword warp.
Did I need to sword warp again?
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
Sure. Okay, let's go.
So we've done it once. We can do it again.
Yeah.
So this is the thing. Like they look like tricky tricks, but we can do them with a little bit of breakdown and understanding. So.
I have all my time. It's not as if I was really speedrunning. So.
You need to make sure that it's all clear for you, basically. That the place below you is clear, and that when you go to the right is also clear.
Oh yeah, makes sense.
You're going to walk to the right after you do the collision detection. It basically auto walks you to the right.
Yeah.
That's not good.
That's not good.
They have to be on the bottom, basically.
Yeah.
Or if you're ballsy, you can do that. But
no, I won't do that.
No, it's too risky. They could move. No.
That was the worst one. This one is not really good either.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Too late.
A bit too late. Yeah. Be a bit quicker. As soon as you see yourself moving, like as soon as bam, as soon as you get onto that tile.
And I don't have to stop holding left. I can hold left. All the time. Like the time I presses left to enter the space, I can keep that left presses.
Yeah, just hold left. Yeah. You're also.
Oh, that was too late too.
That was close. That was close. It is very, very close. It will take a bit of time. I still make errors. I still make errors with it.
Oh, that's all right. It's fun to practice. I'm having a blast.
I think it's a really, really fun game. Like the general mechanics are really clean, so that's a good one.
Oh, that's too early. Yeah.
Too early. You see. It is. I'm not sure on the frame window. I think it's like 4 or 5 frames.
Still pretty good. All right.
So I think it's what? I think every tile is how many pixels? Yeah, that's good. That was alright.
That was good? Okay. Oh, damn.
Oh,
that was really bad.
No, okay, so this is an issue with Final Fantasy Adventure as a speedrun, is enemies can spawn on the doors.
Yeah.
And you can just die.
Everything one-shots you at that point. We may be a little bit too far in the game.
Yeah.
For the level we are.
Even on the warpless run. Yeah. Okay. No,
that's not good, eh?
Yeah, the wind elemental is going nuts. Go up again. I reset that. Yeah. That's not.
That wasn't too bad.
Well, it's just like they start in interesting places, but you have to kind of guess where they're going to go.
Yeah.
Because they can change their direction. Screw you. No, don't. Yeah. See, like he went down in the end. You couldn't tell.
Yeah, I couldn't tell.
Okay, guess good.
Too late. All right.
It's okay. You've done it once. You can do it again.
Yeah, of course. All right. Nope. That seems not so bad. Oh, too early. All right. All right.
Make sure you you don't press the A button until you've started the movement. You want yourself landing on the ice.
Yeah.
Almost wait until you're on the ice, not until you start the movement. Wait until you're like.
Yes.
You've moved.
My square's on the ice. Yes.
Yeah. Go.
Oh, that's good.
Got it. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Now, remember to press down.
Down.
Now right.
Now right.
There we go. Okay. Cool. So. Sword warp again. Well done. It's 2 times.
Thank you.
So, this is a place that, because we managed to get into the wall, these on the inside, these are kind of like, these are just dead spaces. Going in different directions will get you to different places. But right gets you to the undersea volcano.
Mm-hmm.
This is kind of like the in between parts of the map that I was talking about? How like they're all in the same plane.
Yeah, if you would see them like a whole big map of it, you would see every dungeon. They're just not connected by rooms. Yeah.
So if you press left, funnily enough,
From here.
now, yeah, press left. The door is now the wall now has a door because the game. And then if you were to reset this room again, that would disappear.
Oh,
Because that
okay.
room's not.
Yeah.
Like the room is open. It's almost like a door where you can go one way but you can't go the other.
Mm-hmm.
So this actually is a mechanic in the game though. These are all dead rooms and rooms that we shouldn't be able to reach.
Yeah.
But the game has a failsafe in case it happens.
Okay. Yeah.
In Davius's manner, there's two ways to go through the dungeon: a normal way and a slightly quicker way, or a more dangerous way rather.
Mm-hmm.
And you can go out into a room. When you come back into the room, you can't go down again.
Yeah.
So the game has that in place, and it's built around that whole system of the idea that there are these in-between rooms.
Give you a chance to bring you back inside the bound of the game if anything bad really happens.
So you can go back. I mean, you can try different directions. I have no idea. I haven't looked at the other directions and what's around. But,
Oh, I'm gonna discover things. Okay,
you go.
that's entrance of the dungeon.
that makes sense.
Yes.
Oh, wait. Is that just me seeing things? Can you see a shadow of the stones on the floor?
I think it's you seeing things. Shadows on the stone?
I can see shadows of the stone, like light versions of the stones in the previous room. It's fine. I think it's maybe just burnt in.
Oh, it's possible.
Another screen. Very nice.
All
Interesting that that's there. That's really interesting. No, because basically that's like up and right in the dungeon.
Oh,
but actually,
okay. It doesn't
it's down.
physically make sense, yeah.
Yeah,
Or
that's
the
in a
layout.
really weird place. Oh man, what? The crab! I should explore. I haven't explored these rooms at all. I
Alright.
really should. That is so cool.
That is a lot
The
of
crab's
fun.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really interesting. Yeah. There you go.
So there is some kind of an exploration glitch I would get in Zelda Link to the Past. Yeah.
So there's. I mean, if you go down, obviously
Would I
you'll
get
go-
back at the behind of the crab?
You
Yeah.
might die though. Yeah, that's really cool.
That's
So-
really cool.
I didn't know the crab was there, honestly. I knew about like other parts in the dungeons, but not the crab. That is, yeah, that's making your way to the crab. So
Yeah.
like basically, we've got the ice cavern is here,
Mm-hmm.
then we've got the undersea volcano here, and then the pass to Davius is over here. This is
Oh.
really cool.
This is super fun. I think that still wrap things up for the
Yeah.
for the glitch.
I'm gonna go explore that place. I don't know. Figure out- Yeah.
What's happening there? Thank you very much, Bowie, again, for doing
No
this
worries.
with me. It was super fun. I can't believe that I've done both trick twice. Last one was a little bit trickier, but it was super fun to do.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. Like the all glitches that you see ever when you're speedrunning always look really fancy and cool, but there is a methodical reason behind them happening, and there's a logical way that you can do it too.
And
It's a case of just
that's really what's interests me, like the behind the scenes, but also the practice that people can put into those tricks. It's like it's way easier to do them the way I do. There's no time pressure. I'm not really speedrunning. I can practice and do it again and again.
Yeah.
But it's still super fun to see how many hours somebody can put into this to make sure that it's consistent, because this is the next step. Having them, doing them is a thing, but being consistent at them is another. That's
I think
why.
you also think about pressure as well, and it's like the timer does not go on until you are ready. So it's like a lot of people are kind of like, oh man, I'm not sure how I do this under pressure. The reason we can do it under pressure when we're actually running is because we practiced it enough that we know how to do it. So when we put the timer on, there's not as much pressure as you'd think.
Yeah.
Of course, you know, when you're on the run and it all builds up, that's a different story. But there's, you know, we can deal with the pressure because we put time in when there hasn't been any.
Yeah, it's muscle
And then
memory.
muscle
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I mean, you do make errors in pressure, and then you get with more experience and more time, the pressure becomes less and less because you can deal with it under pressure. I lost an Illusioner Gaia run just the other week that was going to be a 158.30, 10
Ouch.
seconds away from Hulk, but I lost it
No.
because of pressure.
Things
But,
happen.
you
Yeah.
know, it happens to me 5 years down the line because, you know, 5 years ago when I started streaming, Illusioner Gaia was my first run, so it still happens.
Yeah.
Never stops happening, but that's why we practice. That's
Yeah.
why we do it.
And people who start speedrunning should probably go for their PB and not necessarily aim for world records, especially on a game that is being played by a lot of people. Just get better than yourself.
Never watch the world record run to learn. I mean, you can learn to see what the run's like.
Yeah.
Use quick, use slower PBs.
Yeah.
Learn what the run is like as a newer player.
Yeah.
And build up.
Yeah.
You know, always watch the world record, but don't go sit there and go, I'm going to go and do that.
Yeah, don't reset because you're like 6 seconds slower than world record. It's not your pace.
I think that's exactly true. Like it's not your pace. When it becomes your pace, then you can start resetting it in 6 seconds in because you didn't get a single frame. But take your time.
Exactly. Yeah. So thank you very much, Bowie. We'll see you on your stream. And like I said, guys, thank you very much for watching, and go give a follow on Bowie the Hero stream on his Twitch. It's super fun place to be. See you guys.